if it wasn't for Gensler, we would have Goldman and Citibank and Millennium and, Bridgewater. We'd have big players from TradeFi very much engaged in this space. I'd be getting calls from bankers saying, oh, these guys want to buy you. Right now, there are no TradeFi buyers of crypto businesses. Maybe of custody because they'll put it into their skunk works for the future of tokenization. And that's solely because of fear of the Fed and the SEC. And so I think that could be, I think that's 2025. Quite frankly, I think we got to get through the election and we got to get a new head of the SEC. I just don't think Gensler's going to bend.
Mike Novogratz, the visionary CEO of Galaxy Digital and a luminary in the cryptocurrency arena, delves into the exhilarating and often unpredictable world of Bitcoin and its burgeoning ecosystem. His insight is particularly timely, given the seismic shift in the cryptocurrency market following Larry Fink's public endorsement of Bitcoin. Fink, as the head of the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, has sent ripples through the financial community, heralding a new era of legitimacy and potential for cryptocurrencies. Mike Novogratz, known for his acute market foresight and unparalleled expertise, interprets Fink's bullish stance as a pivotal moment, a clarion call to investors and market watchers alike that the digital currency landscape is evolving in unprecedented ways. He underscores the magnitude of this endorsement, positioning it as a game-changing development. In this video, Mike talks about how recent market movements and big players' attitudes are shaping the future of cryptocurrencies. He'll touch upon the significance of major financial leaders showing interest in Bitcoin, signaling a big change in how the world views digital currencies. Let us now dive into the video, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your comments as you watch.
The day Larry Fink went on TV and gave the bullish Bitcoin story, I had a lot more confidence the ETF would happen. I said that the largest asset manager in the world has just credentialized our asset class. And I told him, I was like, dude, we've won. It's game over. Put your phone away, turn your screen off. You luckily don't have a 420-person business to manage with a big cost base and lots of moving parts and people's, careers, to worry about. You just have a giant pile of corn, and it's going to be worth a whole lot more in a year. And so stop calling me so. He laughed, and of course he called me 2 times the next day as well. But I really believe that. That was a game changer. It's been the biggest thing that's happened in our space all year. Praise be to the guys at Orange Pill Larry. I know who they are, but I'm sworn to secrecy. And I think it's real. I was just on with another giant asset manager about an hour ago, and he was just doing the math of, the 1% allocation globally with no supply, where prices could go. And it got me literally, I've always wanted to go out and buy 50,000 calls. There is a scenario of a parabolic move. Normally, we're at a place on the chart that we're supposed to be taking some profit, right? You bought it cheap, or you bought options and whatnot. 42, 44, 45, it should pause. But man, oh man, it doesn't trade like that. It trades God, it's still. I've been really watching MicroStrategy versus Bitcoin, right? MicroStrategy trades at about a 21, 22% premium to Bitcoin. We know an ETF's coming. Why should an ETF proxy trade at a 20% premium to Bitcoin? Should. You would assume when the ETF comes, that spread will go down. Michael Saylor last month sold $700 million or $650 million of MicroStrategy stock to buy Bitcoin at the premium. So he's doing trades that are accretive to book. What's shocking is he did that and the spread didn't move. And he's doing another $750 this month and the spread's not moving. It tells you just how much pent-up demand in the equity markets there is for crypto product. Marathon is trading, $16 a share. I think that's about 4 times book. It might even be higher than. But to put that in perspective, Galaxy trades at 1.2 times book. The U.S. equity market, Marathon is a stock that people want to play crypto through because there's no other place to play it. And so there is a ton of pent-up demand because, again, a mining stock is an okay proxy for Bitcoin-ish. I like Fred Thiel a lot. They've got okay assets. They're not great assets. I'm in the mining business as well. And it makes me scratch my head just how well these stocks trade. And so it makes me pretty damn bullish over the next 12 months.
Mike further discusses the broader market sentiment, where Bloomberg ETF analysts have expressed a 90% probability of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approving a spot Bitcoin ETF by January 10th. However, there's an understanding that the launch of an ETF could take weeks or months post-approval. Hashdex's head of product for the US and Europe, Draman May-T, echoes this sentiment, predicting access to a spot Bitcoin ETF by Q2 2024, with a spot Ether ETF likely to follow. Despite these optimistic forecasts, Mike points out the challenges and realities of market dynamics. He notes the significant demand for long positions, as observed in the Bitcoin futures premium on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange reaching a 2-year high. However, this demand is met with caution, as recent corrections and liquidations indicate that major players might be stepping away from the current rally, signaling a possible shift in market behavior.
I went to the Fed in 2014 with Dan Moorhead. Me and Dan we met with Bill Dudley, who was, I don't think he was the Fed governor at the time. He was the number 2 guy. Maybe he was the governor. I believe Lil Brainerd was there. But a bunch of staffers to talk about Bitcoin. And they said something that has stayed in my mind. They were like, Bitcoin can never be a currency. They were like, we're fascinated with the blockchain. We're fascinated with these rails to move things on. And maybe it can be an asset, but currencies, there's never been a successful currency with a fixed supply. They're just too easily to manipulate and squeeze. And you have too much volatility. And that was their belief. And I think they're right. I don't think Bitcoin will ever be a currency that we buy Pepsi Cola with. And, listen, it started off, people bought illicit shit with it, but no one's buying stuff with Bitcoin. As much as people will talk Lightning and other things, yeah, you might use the infrastructure, but you're not going to use Bitcoin as a transaction currency.
No.
Because there's just no supply.
And it goes up.
Yes. And I was thinking about crypto today. One of the things I got really wrong is I used to say, there are 114 elements on the periodic table. Gold is the only one that has value just because it does. And the rest all need utility. And I thought Bitcoin could have value as just a store of value. And Ethereum and everything else needed real utility. And where I was wrong is all of these other cryptos in some way are a form of Bitcoin at this point. And that this ETF and these new inflows are buying time for any utility that we'll see in the future to get built. But the reality is most of the value right now in Solana or Ethereum or Doge or you name it, Celestia, is store of value. It's a community of people that have decided to store their money in this system, and they realize, wow, if I bring more people into the system, the price goes up, and I believe in this community and the structure. And I'm really nervous about the other world because I don't understand it, or I think I got screwed by it, or it's just not as cool. And so we're all store of value at this point. There will be utility one day, I hope, right? Real utility. There'll be apps I can use to buy tickets or transfer stuff. But reality is Web3 has disappointed so far, right? In terms of the big utility gains. I do believe they're coming. And so other than payments, and most of that's with stable coins. And so we're really a narrative game, a storyteller's game. We're going to shift in crypto from being just a storyteller's game to a plumber's game, building the financial market and the regulatory infrastructure to really kind of change the way finance gets done. But none of that's happened yet, right? With the exception of stablecoins, right? People use Tether on Tron to move money around the Mideast and Africa and lots of places. Shout out to Justin Sun, who's just coining it. And again, that's even interesting because the idea originally was, oh my gosh, you need these decentralized systems that are fast and secure. And with Tron, you have something that's quasi-centralized, right? Justin runs most of the nodes, but it's fast and cheap. And for small payments, people don't care.
That's right. Because it's not a store of value. It's a transfer mechanism.
Yeah. And so I think it's interesting. We got a little bit religious on how we thought about these systems. And in reality, they're all communities. They're store of value that communities seem to care about.
According to its latest proof of reserves report, Binance experienced a significant decline in its Bitcoin balance in November, dropping by over 23,000 Bitcoin, or roughly 4%, coinciding with the exchange's regulatory issues with U.S. authorities. According to data from Binance's website, the total Bitcoin balance of its customers was 584,659 Bitcoin at the beginning of November. However, the balance had decreased to 561,003 Bitcoin by the start of December. This suggests a substantial withdrawal of assets from the platform during the regulatory challenges it faces. A CryptoSlate Insight analysis highlighted a distinct trend among Binance users during this period. The platform witnessed significant Bitcoin outflows from larger holders, while incoming funds primarily originated from retail users. Supporting this observation, DeFi Llama's data dashboard revealed that Binance encountered outflows surpassing $2 billion between November 1st and December 1st. This decline in Binance's Bitcoin holdings occurred as the platform resolved to a settlement exceeding $4 billion with the U.S. authorities on issues relating to multiple violations of several financial laws. Additionally, the exchange's founder Changpeng Zhao, CZ, stepped down as CEO after pleading guilty to charges related to money laundering. A federal judge accepted Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, CZ's, guilty plea to one count of violating the Bank Secrecy Act, but has not yet weighed in on whether Zhao can go back to the United Arab Emirates before he is sentenced in February. Federal Judge Richard Jones, of the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington, accepted the plea on Wednesday, just over 2 weeks after Zhao and Binance, the exchange he founded, pleaded guilty to various violations tied to poor anti-money laundering practices at the world's largest crypto exchange. Zhao stepped down from his role as CEO of the exchange as part of the guilty pleas. Sentencing is currently scheduled for February 23, 2024. Zhao has been released on bond ahead of that date, though prosecutors have asked that he be required to stay in the U.S. through sentencing. The Binance founder's attorneys have argued that Zhao is not a flight risk and should be allowed to return to the UAE, where his family is, until February. What do you think of Mike Novogratz's outlook on the cryptocurrency world and how regulatory forces will affect the ecosystem as a whole? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thanks for watching.
Hey Savvy Finance enthusiasts, massive shout out for being the heartbeat of Savvy Finance. Your support has been the wind beneath our wings, and we can't express our gratitude enough. Now buckle up because we've got an exclusive deal just for you. Ever wanted a slice of the action? We're offering a golden opportunity to own part of our YouTube channel's potential future revenue. This isn't just an investment, it's an invitation to be a part of our story. Investing means you're not just an investor, you will be a participant in the future of Savvy Finance. No cheesy lines, just a genuine call to embark on this journey together. But wait, there's more. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, become a Savvy ambassador. Share our videos on every platform, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Your shares amplify our visibility, potentially translating to more views and more YouTube revenue. Here's the kicker. If our viewership increases, we would not be just growing financially. We would be making a tangible impact by spreading valuable financial education. Now the icing on the cake. Invest and you'll score exclusive access to our private Savvy Finance Discord. Here you can chat with Savvy Finance, swap ideas with fellow investors, and be at the forefront of exciting developments. Click on the link below to register your Gigastar account. You can also find the link to my offering page in the description below. Get your Gigastar account ready, review the offering details, and let's embark on this thrilling venture together. To the incredible Savvy community, thank you for being the backbone of our success. Your journey is my journey, and together, we're creating waves. Cheers.